Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I am live tonight to paint a little cutout piece with you all. This is only an 8-inch piece. It's some sunflowers shaped like sunglasses, so kind of fun. But I think I'm going to paint this and maybe put it on the little shelf in my kitchen. I've kind of got like a little floral, summery sort of theme going on in there. So I thought these would be cute to sit in there. And I'm thinking I might do like pink with leopard print. I don't know yet. So come on, let me know what color you think I should do. Should I do pink, purple, or teal? Those are kind of the colors I'm leaning toward for my sunglasses. I could also do yellow. I don't know. So let me know what you think, but I'm thinking maybe incorporate some leopard print or polka dots or something around the outer edge of it. While I'm painting this little ornament, I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit tonight. We're going to talk about how even painting something simple like this can start your creative journey. So there's only 24 hours left to join the Painters Clubhouse. Some of you have probably been watching my lives all week. So I wanted to pop on and encourage you if you've been thinking about it. Because I know some of you might be feeling a little nervous. You're probably wondering, can I even do this? Am I creative enough? Am I going to have time? Hello, Margarita. Hello, Wanda. Wanda likes the idea of teal. Teal is really pretty. And so I wanted to chat with you guys about those things. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and let me know. If you want to be alerted next time I go live, comment alert. I didn't send out an alert before this live though. However, I can only send out one alert a day. And I sent it out this morning before I went live. And so I think, let me know if any of you guys did get an alert. I think it still does send you an alert when I'm live, but it's not like a message. It sometimes will just pop up and show you. But see, it's not even popping up and showing me on mine. It's just saying my message from this morning. So I don't know. I'm not sure why it does sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. Facebook needs to get its act together. Hi, Heather. How are you? Diane says, do teal. You like teal? Paula says, I wish I could sign up this go around, but I'm very limited on funds right now, hopefully in the fall. I completely understand. Okay, it just popped up. Well, those of you watching on YouTube, if you hit subscribe, you should get an email or a like possibly a notification from YouTube when I go live. So that should help. So yeah. Diane says that she's a little limited on funds, so she's thinking she might wait until the fall. I know there are a few of you who are like that right now. You know, taxes came due recently. The economy has started to like take a little bit of a turn. We've been on a bit of like a roller coaster. But I wanted to encourage you for a minute by sharing a little story about you, about one of our, not about you, to you, about one of our members named Karen. She recently told me that after joining the Painters Clubhouse that she sold one door hanger at her church craft fair. And it was enough to cover her membership for the entire month. So she's just started painting for fun. She's not really like ready to dive into this as like a full business, just selling a few pieces that she's kind of painting as a hobby. And it's now started to earn her a little bit of extra money. And after doing so, and she's getting to do something that she loves. So it's amazing what can happen when you just say yes to yourself. So I don't want to put any pressure on you or anything like that, but that's just something to think over. If you feel like you'd be open to the idea of selling things that you learn to paint, that could help offset the cost for you. And then you might not have to wait till later. Hey, Lisa, Heather's at a women's retreat. Where? That sounds lovely. I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning to go to Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'll explain that in a moment. Lisa said, how much is it again? It is $47 a month. So if you sell one door hanger, that should offset your cost easily. Y'all, I spend $47 just going to Texas Roadhouse on a date night with my hubby. It has gotten so expensive to go out to eat these days. So I'll easily spend that on learning a new skill every month or on something that I know I'm going to enjoy to the fullest. I got mad at Texas Roadhouse this last time we went to them. The last time we went to Texas Roadhouse, I got kind of mad at them. So I've got a beef with Texas Roadhouse, but that's a story for another day. I'm leaving tomorrow to go to Colorado Springs, Colorado for just for one night. And my kids were like, one night? What? And my mom was like, you're flying somewhere for just one night? And yeah, my friend Sarah Williams from Framed, or How to Start a Subscription Box, whatever you want to call it. Either one. She's got multiple businesses. She is going to Colorado Springs to go wedding dress shopping. And so as her bestie, I've got to go and help her pick out a wedding dress. It's my sworn duty. Plus it's going to be a lot of fun. So, okay. Lauren said she sold 9 attachments tonight. How exciting. Congratulations, Lauren. That's a great way to offset membership costs. Cindy says, I got an order for a door hanger after someone saw my Lola. I couldn't believe it. Cindy, tell us in the comments, how did you sell it specifically? Did you post a post on your Facebook page saying door hanger for sale? Or did you just post something saying like, check out this cute door hanger I just painted? I would love to know your strategy. And I've got a couple strategies I can share with you that will definitely help if you are interested in selling. Lisa said, is tonight the last day or tomorrow night? It is tomorrow night. Yesterday when I was live, I said it was tonight, but I got my dates mixed up. It's actually tomorrow, the 26th, which falls on Saturday. Y'all, I'm terrible about keeping track of the calendar. It is tomorrow, not tonight. I think I was thinking it was tonight because I'm going out of town tomorrow. So y'all be on your own tomorrow. I might be able to go live while I'm in Colorado Springs, but I'm not going to guarantee it. I've got a tickle in my throat. I tried to make my kids laugh earlier by making this crazy monkey screaming noise, like, ah! And after I did it, ever since then, my throat's been a little sore and I've been a little choked up. So I think I'm too old to make monkey noises. Oh, me. Hello, Jill. Cindy said, I just posted, this is my first retirement project. And a friend said, I want to buy one. Y'all, this is how easy it is. This is how easy it is. And that's the perfect way to do it, is you're not putting pressure on anybody on your Facebook page, because technically, if we're going to get technical about it, it's technically against Facebook's terms of service to sell things on your personal profile, not a business page. And so the tricky way to get around that, but also to sell without selling, is to do a post exactly like this. You don't have to word it exactly like her, but do it in a way where you're just sharing this fun new thing that you're doing. No pressure. And if you want to put a little seed in there that you might be selling them, you could put, I'm thinking about, that's your key phrase. If anybody's taking notes, write that down. I'm thinking about selling these. Would anybody be interested? You don't even have to put the would anybody be interested on there if you don't want to. People will infer that. Their brain will automatically go, I might be interested. And so you just leave it at that. And then somebody will comment. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I'm getting on my preachy pants again tonight. I had my preachy pants on this morning, and y'all, I came up and I started a whole sermon about our being artistic and creative and getting rid of your anxiety. And it was good, y'all. You should go back and watch this morning's video. It was so good that I spent the afternoon taking that video and chopping it up into little videos to share on TikTok and Reels, because I was like, this is juicy. This is really good. Anyway, going back to what I was saying is, hold on. Let me rewind my brain. You're going to post that on your page, on your profile, and you're not going to say, I'm selling these. You're going to say, I'm thinking about selling them. And people are going to think, I might be interested. And when that person comments, like Cindy's friend commented and said, I want to buy one, do not, this is like red X in your notes, put do not in all caps, put a price in the comments. Because number one, that goes against Facebook's terms of service. You're selling, right? We're only thinking about selling. That's what we're telling Facebook. But number two is, if you put a price in the comments, you're going to be stuck selling that door hanger at that price to anybody else who comments. Okay. So the trick is that if somebody says, I want to buy one, you reply and you say, oh, okay, great. I will send you a DM or a private message. And then you have the selling conversation inside Facebook Messenger. That way, if 10 people message you, you aren't stuck selling that door hanger for too low of a price, because you might be willing to take a lower price for the first 2 to 3 people that ask. But after that, you may be like, ooh, I didn't charge enough. I should have charged $5 to $10 more than that. So when more people start messaging you, see, Cindy knows. She knows. She's been listening to me probably, or she's got a good instinct for this. I'm not sure which it is. that way you can have that conversation privately with each individual person that asks you. And who knows, you might sell that first door hanger for only like $30, but you might sell the next 2 to 3 for $40, $45, even $50. And y'all, if you're selling one of these Highland Cow Lola door hangers, I wouldn't go any lower than, say, $35 on your first door hanger, because that is a very nice door hanger. And $35 is even too low. But if this is your first door hanger you're painting, I could understand why you might be a little intimidated and not comfortable charging more than $35. And your customer might not be comfortable paying much more than that if they know that this is new for you and you really haven't painted a lot of these. So it's up to you how much you charge for it. Just don't undercharge yourself. Charge whatever is going to make you giddy and happy to get that check. Okay? That's how you know you set the right price, is if you are thrilled that they said yes at that price, you know you did a good price. Now, if that thrill starts to go down a little bit with every person that's messaging you, then you need to dial it up a little bit. Start charging $5 to $10 more until you start feeling excited again, okay? Cindy said, yes, I've been listening very carefully. Wanda said, I need to move south. Northern people aren't interested in door hangers yet, Wanda, yet. They're not interested yet. You've just got to kind of educate them a little bit. Let them know that, like, what they're for and how cute they are. You just got to start a frenzy in one of these neighborhoods. It's going to catch on. It's just a matter of time. Okay. I ended up using, I didn't even tell y'all what color I used. I ended up using teal mint from Deco Art. Isn't this color lovely? It's so sunny and summery. I did 2 coats. I don't even know if I needed the second coat, but I did it because I was busy talking. So what else can I help you guys with? We talked about being worried about like the monthly fees. Then we talked about selling our door hangers to offset that cost. What is something else you might be worried about? They do wreaths up there. You got to look up and be like, it's like a wreath, but better. Because, you can customize this in a different way than you can customize a wreath, right? You can put like their family name on it and like the year that they were married, or you could paint the family dog on it. It's so much more customizable than a wreath. So you just got to put the right marketing spin on it. Perhaps you're watching and you're like, I'm so busy. I heard somebody earlier today say they were getting ready to move houses. And they were like, I really want to join, but I'm just busy right now. I might not have time to actually dive into this for 3 to 4 months. And so if that's you, if you're in a busy season of life right now and you're just not sure if you can make this work, I want to remind you about one of our members named Brenda. She was a full-time nurse, or is a full-time nurse, who thought that she would never have time to paint. But then she decided to give herself just 30 minutes a week, just a little creative pocket of time, and it made such a difference in her mental health. Now it's time. Now it's her me time, and she looks forward to it. And she's even taught a few friends how to paint with her. And so this could be something that you could even go and teach like your grandkids. You could sit down and do a project like this with your grandkids, 30 minutes, once a month even. So just carve out a little bit of time. If you don't have time to paint this week, watch one of my videos. You can learn by watching, even if you're not physically doing this week. And then you can physically apply the things that I'm teaching next week when you've got a little bit more free time, or the week after that. Or this summer. My friend Lauren, who's always on here with me, who was with us during the workshop, she jokingly said, which it was true, that a couple years ago it was like May of 2022, I think it was, she was talking to me. We were at the water park together, and she was like, I really would like to join the Clubhouse. She's like, but I'm just kind of scared that I won't have the time for it, and that I won't be able to make it worth it to me. And being her friend, I hated to be like, oh, you'll be fine. Sign up for my thing, because I know how busy she is firsthand. I'm good friends with her. And I was like, I don't know, Lauren. I said, but you know what? It is May. I said, what if you just tried it for the summer? Because you're going to have a little bit of more free time this summer while you're out of school, because she's a school teacher. And she's like, you're right. She said, that's what I'll do. She said, I'll just join for the summer, and then I can like cancel when school rolls around in August. Well, now we laugh about it because that was 3 years ago. And now she's helping me run this business by being one of our designers of our door hanger. She's busier now than ever, but she's loving it. This is providing her an outlet that's just for her, that allows her to decompress at the end of her day, connect with other women who are so much like her. It's brought she and I closer together as friends. So there's so many ways it can enrich your life if you will let it. I'm going to do a sneaky little hack and put some little hearts in my leopard print. I have some leopard print pajamas that I got the other day, and they have little hearts like in between the leopard print. So I was like, I think I'm going to try that the next time I paint leopard print. And all I did was take the same color that I used for this and add a little white to it. So that's what we're doing. And then we might add some glitter to it too. Felicia says, if you have people in the north, this is a great tip. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Thank you for coming in hot in the comments, Felicia. If you have people up north who say that they only like wreaths, then you sell them an attachment for a wreath or a hand, something that they can put or on their wreath that will make their wreath even more personalized. Great tip. Cynthia says, I always tell them you have more than one door. That works too. Hey, Laura, catching me 2 nights in a row. That's awesome. I'm excited to be back with you guys for just a bit. I got my bags packed for my trip tomorrow, leaving for Colorado Springs in the morning. And so I'm excited for a quick little girlfriend's getaway. A little bit of me time with my creative friends. It's going to be a lot of fun. What has everybody else got planned for the weekend? In our town, our citywide yard sale starts next weekend. So I was glad it wasn't this weekend since I'm going to be out of town this weekend. It's next weekend. Let's do a little heart right here. So I might have to hit up the yard sales next weekend. My kids love yard sales too. They're like, when are the yard sales, Mom? I think they're turning into little hoarders is what it is. If you're intimidated to paint leopard print, we have a tutorial in the Clubhouse, or 2 actually, that kind of show you different ways to do leopard print. And it's not as hard as you think. I'm just using a little round tip brush and I'm doing little wiggly marks to make these little leopard prints. But if these are kind of like leopard prints without the center filled in. It's just like the outline of the pattern. I personally have a conviction that everything needs leopard print on it in some way, form, or fashion. I mean, I've even got it on my Apple Watch here and on my cup. A little bit of leopard print goes on everything. It's like the new neutral. That's what I think anyway. If you joined me on Wednesday, was it Wednesday night? Yeah, Wednesday night here on the Southern Adornments page, painted in my leopard print pajamas that my sister-in-law got me for my birthday. Diane says it's not hoarding if it's art supplies. Well, Charlie definitely has a lot of art supplies, but she's got a lot of toys too. Kelly is heading to Utah on Monday to celebrate her dad's 80th birthday. That's so special. I have never been to Utah. Actually, this will be my first time in Colorado. And I'm only going for a day, so I'm definitely not going to get to see the sights like I would normally do on a trip like this. But I definitely want to plan a trip. Me and my husband had a trip planned to Utah once, and he had a family member to pass away, and we had to cancel the entire trip. But I want to go and do like the Mount Zion National Park. There's another little heart. See it? I want to do Mount Zion National Park and all that kind of stuff and just see. I've heard it's beautiful. I really wanted to hike like Angel's Landing, but I'm getting older. So I'm like, if I'm going to do that, I probably need to do it before 45. You think? I mean, it's already all downhill from here at age 40. I can't imagine how it's just going to get worse and worse the closer I get to 50. So I'm like, if I'm going to do some scary hike like that, I probably need to hurry up and be doing it. I don't need to put it off much longer. Colorado Springs. I saw that you were in Colorado Springs, Laurel. I'm only going to be there for like 24 hours. So we're there to try on wedding dresses with my friend Sarah. She's getting married. And so there's a bridal shop in Colorado Springs that is sponsoring a free wedding dress for her. How cool is that? If she will do like social media posts and things, And so she said, yes, please. And so we are flying, me and the girls are all flying out to Colorado Springs to watch her try on wedding dresses and to have a little girls' weekend. It's going to be a blast. Your sister's coming from California for a week after it gets into the 110s. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine, but it's probably a dry heat, right? Can guys join the Painters Clubhouse? Absolutely. We don't have a lot of guys in the group, but that does not mean that guys are not welcome. We would love to have you join the group. Give us a little bit more diversity. We are mainly a group of women, but there are a couple of guys in there. We had a guy in there a couple of years ago too, and he's still doing an amazing job selling tons of door hangers. His name is Spencer, or it's called Spencer's Art. That's his Facebook page. And y'all, he is crushing it, selling so many door hangers and painting, and just, I'm impressed with him. But if we do have other guys in the group, they're pretty quiet. So the only thing I ask of you, Brennan, is if you join us, you got to engage with us. Okay. You got to talk to us. You got to share your tips and tricks, and we'll cheer you on. Okay. Let's do a little heart right in there. Okay. Look at our leopard print. How fun is that? Let me back up the zoom here. There we go. Super cute. Very dry. Yeah. Missy says, my weekend's consisting of demolitioning one of our bedrooms to start a remodel. That sounds exhausting, but exciting. So exciting. Hey, Christy. Yes, I'm on again for the last time, probably, because I'm getting ready to go out of town tomorrow. So I was like, one last dance with the people. We're going to paint. We're going to chat. We've talked about selling door hangers. We've talked about what to do if you don't have much time and you're worried about not having enough time to paint. So I think now we probably need to talk about, what if your hang up or the thing that's got you on the fence? And if this is you, feel free to comment and be like, that's me. If your fear is not being good enough, maybe you're afraid you can't actually do this. You can't paint things that look like this. Hopefully, if that's the case, you signed up for our Lola workshop this past week. And if you haven't, there is still time to take the Lola workshop. You can do that right after you join the Clubhouse, actually, because we have the replays for it. But it walks you through your very first door hanger. And once you do that first door hanger, it's going to unlock something in you that makes you realize, wait a minute, maybe I can do this if I have the right guide. Haha, y'all. I told y'all this morning on Facebook Live, I was like, I'll be your guide. Let me guide you. Just like you might need a hiking guide or a tour guide through a new city that you've never been in before, you need a guide to walk you through painting if you've never done it before, right? So let me tell you about Sandy real quick. I'll get to your question in a second, Brennan. Sandy joined the Painters Clubhouse a while back, and she told me that she had never picked up a paintbrush since high school. So it had been a long time since she had a paintbrush in her hand. She was so nervous to even try it. But y'all, just a few months later, she was sending us pictures of her door hangers, posting them in the Clubhouse. And she was so proud to hang her first door hangers on her door and start giving them as gifts. She trusted the process. She stayed connected with our community. And now she's painting is one of her favorite ways to relax after a long weekend. So you don't necessarily have to do this as a business. She is giving these as gifts and hanging them on her own front door and just looking at it as a way to relax at the end of the day. So we talk a lot about selling them just because it is a great way to offset the membership cost, but it's not a have to sort of thing. Brendan said, how did you do your swatch board behind you? This is actually a foam poster board from the Dollar Tree. And I just took swatches of color on a filbert tip brush. Where's my filbert tip brush? Like this. Filbert tip brushes are shaped like the tip of your finger. They're kind of rounded on the end. And I just did little swipes of color all along the board. I let them dry, and then I took a paint marker and added names of our Clubhouse members, and we filled the entire board. We finished filling it up this morning. We've had more people join, but I've run out of room on the board, so we may have to start another board. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint the inside of these little sunglasses black, and then I thought we might use a type of medium that kind of does a color flip, and it'll look like polarized lenses on our sunglasses. That could be really cool. I did that once before on a door hanger. I Actually, it was the beach bag door hanger that we did on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. We added the color flip to the sunglasses and it looked really cool. So I think I might try that again on this. And we'll use the turquoise color flip or maybe purple. Purple accents really good with turquoise. Don't worry about painting over those words right there in the middle. They are going to be a little hard to see because it's black paint, but my lights above me are pretty bright. So in the light, I can kind of see the outlines of the words still. So then I'll be able to paint those in there. It says, stay happy. What other questions do you guys have? Christy said, I stayed up several days to finish my sunshine sign. And this weekend, I'm spreading grass seed at the new house. Going to start your covered bridge sign. Oh, the covered bridge one is a really good one to paint. That'll be great. I need to be spreading some grass seed at my place too. We've got dandelions and green onions taking over in our yard. It's sad. And it's rained the last 2 days, so my son has not been able to mow the yard. I'm hoping he'll be able to get out there tomorrow. Maybe it'll be dry enough. Because we got a lot of rain, a pretty good amount of rain today. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain, so I feel like it was a little bit unexpected. Lori said, I'm a widow and have lost almost half of our income. If I go month to month, is there a mandatory limit of months that we have to stay? Oh, no, not at all, Lori. If you need to cancel at any time, all you got to do is email customer service and they can facilitate that for you. You can post them on Marketplace, but Christina, I wouldn't only post them on Marketplace. I would also put a picture of them on your Facebook profile, like your feed. That way your friends are seeing them, not just the people in the Marketplace. But I just want you to imagine for a minute, like a month from now, if you were to join right now, 1 month from now, at the end of May, you could probably be hanging your own painted door hanger on your front porch. And when a delivery person comes to your door or your neighbor comes to ask for that cup of sugar and they see it, they're going to be like, oh, that's so cute. Where'd you get that? Because they're not going to know you painted it. And you get to proudly say, oh, I painted that. And then you get to see the look on their face when they're like, oh, really? Oh my goodness, that is so good. I had no idea you painted. And you're going to feel confident and you're going to feel proud of yourself that you were able to paint that door hanger and that somebody else found value in it, especially if they turn around and say, can you paint me one? That's the best feeling in the world. Oh, goodness, Brennan. He said we had major tornado flooding in southern Texas yesterday. Ugh. We have several members in Texas. I hadn't even heard about that. That's scary. Okay, let me grab that color flip stuff that we're going to use on the lenses. I'm going to use the violet one. This is an iridescent varnish. They sell it in smaller bottles too if you want to test this stuff out. You can put it on your next Deco Art order, which, in case you didn't know, Deco Art offers our Painters Clubhouse members an exclusive 50% off discount code that you can use every month. The code changes every month. So you can use it up to one time each month. And so if you need to order new paints or any of that, you can just start making a list and just place your order once a month and get 50% off. I know a lot of you have had trouble finding the right colors at your Marshalls or Hobby Lobby or whatever. And so ordering online can save a lot of trouble, especially if you need new paint or need certain colors. Lori said, how much is the average price to sell door hangers? It really varies. And there's a lot of variables that depends on. Like the simplicity of the door hanger, the size of the door hanger, the quality of the wood that you've used, whether you've cut your own piece or you've bought laser cut blanks, whether it's double-sided or not. Does it include a bow? Does it include 3D pieces? So all those things are things you need to take into account. I would say they start anywhere from $25 to $30, which is actually really cheap, all the way up to $85 or more, depending on if it's a custom design, if it's got, tons of detail work in it. So, or if it's a double-sided design, all of that would bring it on up into the $80 range or more. And so if you struggle with pricing your door hangers, I want to invite you to join me on the next Tuesday. So comment alert if you want to notice. Next Tuesday, I'm what day is that? April 29th. I'm going to be live here on the Southern Adornments page, and we're going to talk about how to sell your door hangers and how to price your door hangers. So that's going to be the topic of Tuesday's live. So we're actually going to dive deeper into that then. Laura said, I took mine to my office and hung it up on my office door, and I was able to sell to my coworkers. See, that's so easy. That's very passive. Where do you find the code? Debbie says, when you log into the member library, and I'll put where you can log in down in the comments. You go to southernadornmentslive.com/login. Go here, log into the Clubhouse, and it's at the very top of the screen. There's a button that says discount codes. Christy said, for sure. I sold my first one after the welcome party you did. Then I joined the Clubhouse. My kids say it's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It actually makes me think of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse too, because I was a big fan of the Clubhouse when I was a kid. I could sing the theme song for you right now. If I could think how it goes. All of a sudden, the modern day Mickey Mouse Clubhouse came into my head. The one your kids probably know, but I'm talking about the Mouseketeers. Is anybody old enough to know that? Or young enough to know what that is? They would say, who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. And then it goes on and on from there. I won't torture you for the rest of the song, but I loved the Mouseketeers and the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song when I was a kid. Okay, isn't this cool? This is like before and after. Let's dry this one so you can really see it. And it only shows up, this is an iridescent varnish. It only shows up on dark colors like black, navy, purple, stuff like that. So you could leave it black if you wanted to, or you could do an iridescent varnish on it, and then it looks kind of like polarized sunglasses. See, it looks black from this angle, but then you do it like this and it looks purple. You're welcome, Mary. Now that song's stuck in your head. Hey, Dalton. How are you? Brennan said, I was born in the 80s. Have never heard of the Mouseketeers. Really? I was born in 84. What year were you born? I was born the year that Thriller came out. Michael Jackson's Thriller. Okay, so you can really see the difference there, compared to the flat black. So it looks black at certain angles, but it looks purple at others. Super cool. Let's do the other side. And this stuff is clear. Like it looks kind of like a pearl white, but then when you spread it on a dark color, you can see the color of it. They have it in blue, turquoise, and green also, but I think that's the only colors: purple, blue, turquoise, green. You just kind of have to get it on there nice and even. So I tried to smooth out all my brush strokes. 83. Okay, we're right there together then. Thank you, Diane. She says she likes it. So going back to what I was saying earlier, imagine a month from now what you would feel like. We talked about how you're going to feel more confident. You're going to be proud hanging that door hanger on your door. You're also going to feel really supported, because just like in the comments here, we have people popping up and saying hi, and I get to know you guys. I get to know your names because you're here all the time, and I get to see your artwork and give you feedback. And so you're going to be so proud that you took this time for yourself and found a community to connect to. So if you're going to find your people who are going to get excited over paint colors and to cheer you on every step of the way, get excited about a fun new, who else can you talk to about stuff like this? Nobody in your hometown or your community, unless you are a part of a very artsy community. Nobody's going to get excited about an iridescent varnish like we are. Missy said, oh, we don't want to make you feel old, Missy. That's okay. Brendan said, I lived a sheltered life back in the 80s. I feel like sometimes I lived a sheltered life too, because my husband teases me all the time. There'll be a movie come on or a show, and he'll be like, what do you mean you hadn't seen Die Hard? What do you mean you haven't seen Rambo or all these guy movies? But I'm like, sometimes it's not even a guy movie. Those are all guy movies, action movies. Sometimes it's not even a movie like that. I'll just be like, well, what's it rated? And he'll be like, it's rated PG-13 or R. And I'm like, my parents didn't let me watch stuff like that growing up. So I feel like I was sheltered sometimes too. You started your first teaching job in 84. Oh, that's so cool. Mary said, I joined in October and I was only going to do it for 3 months and I'm still here. Did y'all hear me putting on my preachy pants this morning talking about staying for 3 months? Somebody this morning commented and said, I'm going to give it a try for a month. And I said, that's fine if you just want to try it for a month. But I will say, you need to give yourself 90 days. And I always say that because life gets in the way. It can be kind of hard to start something new and expect perfection right off the bat. Expect yourself to dive into it and really like take advantage of it during that first 30 days. So sometimes 90 days is required to like really see yourself make progress. Just like if you're going to start working out, dieting, exercising, going to the gym, you might not see any changes in your body in the first 30 days. It might take 3 months before you really start to feel stronger and more confident and feel comfortable walking in the gym and hanging out with everybody else and working out with everybody. And really, you might not notice a difference in the mirror until you've been doing it for 90 days. It's the same with painting. You might not see much painting progress until you've been doing it for about 90 days. So if you commit to 3 months, do one project every month, at least find time to sit down and paint once a month or hop on a Zoom call with our Clubhouse sisters and brothers now. You're going to feel so much more relaxed, energized, excited, fulfilled, happy, proud of yourself. And at the end of those 3 months, you'll be able to really say, oh, wow, like, look what I did. Oh, Laura. Yes. Dalton's one of the guys in our Clubhouse. I don't think of him, I guess, as like technically a member because it's always you that I'm talking to, but Dalton totally is. He's an honorary member for sure. And we all love and support him. I hope one of these days I get to meet Dalton in person. That would just make my whole year. I'm doing this with like a little liner brush, so I'm having to like concentrate and go slow, and that's okay. Could also use a paint pen, but I'm stubborn. I like the look of a paintbrush better, and it covers better. Sometimes the white paint pens just don't cover very good, so I'd rather use a brush. Let me touch up a couple spots. There we go. I love how everybody's sharing their graduation years in the comments. Brennan says, how do you come up with your designs? Here, there, and everywhere. I mean, like, I can see like a little ceramic at TJ Maxx and be inspired and come up with a design. Or I can see a greeting card at Dollar Tree and snap a picture of it. And all of a sudden I've got an idea for a door hanger. So it's little seeds that are planted here and there from all kinds of things. But I'm not the only one who designs the door hangers. I also have 3 other designers on my design team who help me come up with designs. And so I'm now to the point where sometimes I won't even design any that month. I'll just help come up with the themes or the concepts, and they kind of execute it and come up with the designs. I still come up with designs from time to time. Like I did the Lola design and stuff like that, but they, for the most part, take care of the design aspect of it. So I can do the other parts of the business, like the teaching and painting and stuff. Hey, Darla, we're just working on this little 8-inch Stay Happy sunglasses. I'm putting the finishing touches on it, and we've been talking about the Painters Clubhouse and how amazing it is and what all it can do for you. So if any of you guys are listening along right now and are sitting on the fence, for whatever reason, you're holding yourself back, if there's something I can help you think through or talk through, I would love to know. Maybe I can help you work it out or help answer the thing that's holding you back, I guess. Hang on a second. I got to look these up because I need to know. There's some little dots on here, and I'm like, I don't remember what those are supposed to look like. Stay Happy sunglasses. Let me find the picture of these. I just painted them however I wanted to paint them, and I didn't even look at the picture. Hold, please. Oh, they were originally a coral color, so we totally did our own thing on these. I love that. Yeah, the outside was like a corally orange on the original, and then the inside was like a yellow. Hey, Granny Kathy. There's my mother-in-law. Have you ever done a strawberry sign? Oh, yes. We have a few strawberry signs in the clubhouse. We have one that's circular and it has strawberries going around the outside, and it says, "You're very welcome." And then we have another one that's got 3 large strawberries going down the side of it, and it says "Home Sweet Home" right next to the strawberries. That's 2 that I know of. We might have more than that. Do we have any crochet designs? I don't think so, but I'm intrigued by that idea. You'll have to let me know what you've got in mind. Pam says, "I hope whoever's sitting on the fence jumps off and joins the clubhouse. It's an amazing place to be." Yeah, this template's available at shopdoorhangers.com. Yep. It's called Stay Happy Sunglasses. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and do our little outlines. Like I said, I think this one, I'm going to put it like on a little shelf in my kitchen, or like, I don't know yet. Tiered tray, maybe. I haven't decorated a tiered tray in a hot minute. I need to add just a little bit more white accent to it. Yeah, Angel, go to the summer category. Once you log into the clubhouse, go to the summer category. They'll be right there. I'm going to put a couple little white dots up here. They're lasered on here. Just kind of cutesy, whimsical. We talked this morning too about how my style is not realistic. It's very whimsical, and that's okay. I think for a long time, I felt like it had to be realistic, you know, before I started teaching you all. I'm talking about like in the early days. And it took me a minute to kind of get over that and realize like, oh, hey, my art can look like whatever I want it to look like. Three little dots on this side. There we go. What do you think? Cutesy, cutesy? I don't know about those little white dots, but hey, Dina. How are you? Okay. Any other questions before we wrap it up? The Painters Clubhouse is closing tomorrow at midnight. So after that, the doors won't open again for a while. So if you've been feeling that little tug this week or during this live at all to join, this is your sign. Come join us. You won't regret saying yes to yourself, saying yes to creativity and joy. And I promise you won't regret it. And you can cancel it anytime. So if you get in and you find that maybe this wasn't exactly what you expected, although that rarely happens, we will let you, all you got to do is email customer service. We'll let you back out the doors. I didn't do a Friday Fab 5 this morning, Brennan. I actually added names to our wall over here. And what else did we do? I showed the wood cutouts that were in the May companion pack this month. I talked about the bonuses, which I completely forgot to do just now. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. If you sign up, you're actually going to be getting this fun little welcome packet that comes with this little Highland Cow wood blank. It's 6 inches. You're also going to get a pack of brushes, some paint palette earrings, which I'm wearing mine right now. They flipped around. There you go. I'm wearing mine. And you're going to get a paintbrush ink pen and a Painters Clubhouse sticker for your tumbler or wherever you want to put it. So that's one of the bonuses that you get when you sign up. If you join annually, meaning you pay for the entire year up front, you can get 2 months for free. Plus, we have an annual bonus going on right now. So let me find that slide for you real quick. Right here. You'll be getting this craft kit when you join. And so you can paint this, and it's got like a frame and 12 different attachments. It's a $140 value. So if you pay annually, you get this. And if you're a current member and you're paying monthly, but you want to switch to annually, you can still get this. So that's a great perk. The other bonus that we have is our Bible painting workshop. So if you know somebody who likes to read their Bible, this would be a really great Mother's Day, graduation, birthday, Christmas gift that you could give them, or you could just paint one for yourself. Or this would be something else that you could sell. So Any questions about the Painters Clubhouse? When are the welcome kits mailed out? Next week. Next week. The team's getting on it next week. I keep wanting to put them up in front of my face. Annual is $470. So normally it's $47 a month. Since you're getting 2 months for free, you're only doing 47 times 10 months, $470. So that's 2 months for free. Plus we're going to send you that amazing craft kit. All right, y'all. If you don't have any other questions, all you got to do to sign up is click the link up in the video description. You can also comment PC info and it will send a message to your Facebook Messenger. So you can read all about it there, or you can just click the link up in the video description so that you can sign up there. But like I said, doors close tomorrow at midnight. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Comment alert if you want to be notified when I go live next Tuesday to talk about selling door hangers and all of that. Oh, Monday, I'll be live inside the clubhouse at 10 a.m. painting this beauty on the back side of our Bandana Lola. If you missed Bandana Lola, no worries. The replay tutorials for this project, along with the templates and all the things, are still in the Clubhouse library. So you will have instant access to those as soon as you join as well. And we're going to be painting this on the other side. Oh, and I should have showed you this too. I don't know why I'm wrapping it up so quick. I shared this morning. I'll share it again. This is going to be one of the projects that we're going to do April 17th inside the clubhouse. This one might look a little scary just because it does look like real icing. So that could be a little intimidating to some of you, but don't worry. We're going to teach it 2 different ways. One way is going to be super simple without the spackling. The other way is going to be a little more advanced, and that's using lightweight drywall spackle. So, and like a piping bag, just like frosting. So if you ever decorated a cake or played with any of that, super fun and super addicting. So I'm really excited about that. Once you join the clubhouse, you're going to get an email. It'll probably come to your spam folder if you haven't gotten many of our emails before. So look there. It'll have information about where to go for the Facebook group to join and where to log in to go grab all the things that we're talking about and to just get started. So let us know if you have any questions. You can also email us. We have been answering emails as fast as humanly possible. We usually email you back within 24 hours. So email us at info@southernadornamentsdecor.com. And I bet you they'll email you back really fast, since right now we know we're under a deadline. The clubhouse closes at midnight tomorrow night. So they are staying on top of emails right now. So if you have any questions about billing, about switching from monthly to annual, or, your orders or anything like that, anything that's like something I'm not able to address in a live like this, shoot them an email. They'll help you out. Darla says, Painters Clubhouse is so wonderful. You won't be sorry. Thank you for saying that. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Bye, y'all.